Hello, everyone. This is Rocket Jeff Maycheck. How's it going? The good news is that the heat went on today. It came on around 3:45. It was so hard trying to get comfortable and to try and stay warm. Had hats on my head, had the big hood over my head, and heavy jacket, and blankets, and so we had to sit there and wait until the heat could come back on. So, big shout out to Margie TV and Merry Christmas, and shout out to Rebel Rocker, Merry Christmas to you. Shout out to Action Gal, Merry Christmas to you. Shout out to everyone. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Shout out to Tweety, my loves, but where are you? I don't know where you went. You just disappeared. I just disappeared. I'm trying to set my phone in a position where I can. That'll work. So, as I told Margie TV, I said that I was working on a card for my mom, and I made this funky flower design. So basically, this card says, Mom, I know this was a rough year for us, but we helped each other stay strong. I really appreciate everything you have done for me and looking out for me. I want to do everything I can possibly to help you as long as I can keep you smiling and make you happy. I know this isn't much at all, but I will make it up to you. I promise. Oh, I do promise. Please always remember that I love you very much. You are the best ever, and I will never forget everything you have done for me, and I'll never forget about you. God bless you always. Once I have more moolah, I will take you on a shopping spree. Yay! And love always, Jeff. P.S. You rock. I love you, Mom. And so right now, I'm working on this funky Christmas tree. And so I made, hey, mine! Merry Christmas to mine. And so I'm coloring in these little presents on the back here. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to find out different colors. What these little dash marks are. I was trying to make snow, but I just said, I know it's freezing rain. Yes, it's freezing rain because we haven't gotten any snow, so it's freezing rain. And don't freeze rain. Yeah, Merry Christmas to rain too. Let's see, what should I make this other present? I was gonna use this other color I have. There's like these multi-colors. Oh, you know what's something else neat? I'll show you something else that's cool. Let's see if I can do this. We'll just move this over here. I started working on these name posters. Yeah, name posters. So I made some new ones. So, actually, the first one I'm already started. So, here's the first one. Can you see that? This one says, Lency supporting Tweety My Loves 1843 TV. So, that's this one. Now, I got this one. She's very solid. And it's Marge Z and Ella TV. So I got that one. And so then the next one I started working on is Lammy Caillou. Lammy Caillou TV. So Lammy Caillou. And as promised, which I did not forget, love lines. And I really should write on the top up here, la la, because that's what I do. Because I la 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 la. That's what I do because I always like la 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 lines. So those are the new name posters. But like I said, I'm gonna finish this up first. Um, I'm extremely tired. I'm extremely sleepy. I really wanted to go to Lodi Lynn's live, but she had it set so it was private, and so I was not able to join her on her live. Ain't that a bummer? It's not a word. Yeah, I know. Okay, are not. Or is not. Uh, or isn't it? Yes, isn't it a bummer? It certainly was. Well, I guess this works alright. That's a fat marker, see? A fat marker. Yeah. I don't know, I thought I would use this color for the color. This little funky present. Yeah, I made these funky presents like this because sometimes when you wrap a present for somebody, they're not always straight. They're always going. So shout out to Witty Bonita. And you know what, Witty Bonita? If you ever look on your Facebook Messenger, you already have, quote unquote, have your name poster, but you haven't seen it yet. So it's there. You just gotta go. Oh, there it is. Oh wow! And then you feel good, and you're happy. So, and even Prawara or Waray, she has one there too. If, big if, she can get her Facebook working again. That's the thing. These, if you take the cap off, you go, that's live. So, but I'm really sleepy. So please watch my previous video because I'm just waking up. Yes, lay back and I say, hey, I'll do something a little different. I was different. It was different. Yellow? I know, I'll put some yellow in there. It looks like there's pee now. Just kidding, just kidding. Oh, and by the way, to the person that said, you should pick up your doggy's messes. Guess what? Bleh. I did it today. And I do it when there's random piles. When there's a whole bunch of landmines, I'll get my bucket, I'll get my scooper, and I'll scoop everything up, pick it up, and put it in the trash can. So, I cut the grass, When the grass has to be cut, I don't want to be stepping in that. Mm-hmm. Who really wants to step in their doggy doo 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 doo? Not me. Maybe you want to, but not me. So I do clean that up. So, but I will say I appreciate Tisa Channels and Margie TV. You both left a great comment, and I really appreciate it. And Margie says, "Dog, Rocket Jeff Maycheck, Merry Christmas," because you called me a dog. Woof 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 woof. And Tisa Channel says, "Beautiful dog, Merry Christmas, Jeff." So you two were kind of like, but it both came out great. So, Tisha Channel, I will make you a new name picture. I just haven't decided how I want to do it. So, and those who I know, there's some of you that I said I really should make them a name picture. Mm-hmm. Why? Because I think you deserve it. Now, I still need to make one because it's on the list. Jay Cthulhu channel, which I ran out of poster boards. Now I could make your name on nice, like like paper, but that's just. Oh, here's the original. I was originally gonna start with this way. That was supposed to be the original card from Mom, but I said, man, I don't want to do that. So, Grace Bernardino, aka Amazing Grace. You got a name poster. You got a name poster. You get a name poster. She already got hers. But Merry Christmas to you. So, and I already used this color. I'm just gonna fill it in a little bit more. I just wanted to get this finished up, and then once I have this finished, I'm actually gonna go to sleep. It's not late. I mean, usually if I wasn't taking this medicine, bad medicine, no, it's good medicine. Um, I would probably still, be ready to do more because it's just making me feel so sluggish and drowsy. And it's saying, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, rocket jammy jack, go to sleep, now, now, meow. No, no, it's not saying like that. I'm still hyper too. Just a little hyper, just a little bit hyper. But I don't want to get too hyper too much because, yes, I could wake up my mom. Don't want to do that. So, but I really wanted to get this done, and I figured if I was going to do a vlog, I'd be original. Like I'm never original, right? Yeah, I'm always taking somebody else's video. No, but the ones I do, I mean, if I do in someone else's video, it's because I got permission. They say yes, 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 sure, share my video, yes, 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 do it, do it, do it. And so I say, okay, cool. Now that I noticed that I do have some other TikTok videos on my phone, but I haven't really got their permission yet. I think one of them won't mind, but the other one, I don't know. She hasn't really said anything yet. So I'm kind of on a standby. Yeah. I would love to show Tweety My Love's videos, but I have no way to do it. The only way I could probably record her videos is if I can log into TikTok on my TV and then record. But on the circumstances, I have to remember my password. And I'm not telling you my password. Now, Tweety My Loves can know my password. Orangey TV could know my password. But only people. But I really don't give my password out to anybody. Um, and I gave Tweety My Loves a password to one of our YouTube channels only because it was ours. And I said to her, I said, please keep this information in case something goes wrong, like when my own phone died. And I thought, well, okay, well, if she has the information and I need to get that TikTok video back in, or that, that YouTube channel, she would just say, hey, it's this blah 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 and blah. And I say, oh good, thank you so much, honey. I'm glad you remembered that, and I can put that in. I'm locked back in. I am good, or we are good. And I just smeared the little Christmas present down here. Whoopsie. That's no big deal. This is just one of those type of things where this card will be good for maybe a year. She'll have it for this year and she'll keep it for next year, and then after time goes by, it'll just go in the trash. Why? Because if mom is not going to be around anymore, why is the sense of keeping something around? She saw it, she had it, she didn't need no more. So that's why with this picture, it's not absolutely perfect. It's cute, and I think the what I have said in it, the words, she'll take it to her heart, and that's what I really wanted. So I'm not jinxing anything. I'm just saying, because you don't always keep everything. I try to keep everything. I try to keep as much as I can. Now, heck, I got letters from people that wrote to me years ago, and one of these days I'm going to share all those. Um, hey, mine. I'm going to share all those pen pal letters with everyone, and it would be a miracle if I mentioned that or the pen pal, their name, and they actually hear me. And they say, "Whoa, you're on YouTube? That's awesome. Hey, how you doing?" And it's been so long. That's what I was hoping for. Actually, that was one of the things I kept thinking about being on social media, is that people that I know would see me and they say, "I see you. You need to go to sleep." Yeah. Don't point your finger at me, mister. No, I really do I really do need to go to sleep. But I'm just trying to finish this up. I'm actually making this thing underneath the tree, red carpet. Some kind of red rug or something. I know it's sleeting, but then it still has a red carpet underneath. That makes a lot of sense. Oh well, nothing ever makes sense. Has there ever been anything that really made any sense? Sometimes there's things that don't make any sense at all. Kind of like one of those things when you go, "What?" It's like some commercials. If you're watching a commercial on TV, sometimes they'll be doing something, you think it's something else, and what you think it is, it turns out it's not what you thought it was. You're like, "What? That doesn't make any sense. Why did they do that?" And sometimes you're like, "Oh, that's just dumb." Now, there's a commercial that they have for the food store Publix, and the music I think is really cool. I really, really like the music for this. And the little girl happens to see the neighbor, and she knows upstairs that the neighbor has a snowman. And she says to her mother, and her mother was, I guess she was baking cookies or something. She goes, "Why doesn't get the snowman get to go outside?" And the mother's like, "I don't know, dear." And so the neighbor, she sees her, looking up at the window where the snowman is, and so the little girl and her mother were making Christmas cookies, and the Christmas cookie ended up being a snowman. And so she gave it to the neighbor, and then the next day he finds the cookie, and then the little girl wakes up and she comes running down or going outside, and next thing she sees, the snowman out in the yard, which I thought was cool. And but what I really like about it is the music. I think the music is really cool. It's like I said, there's some things that you see and you're like, "Wow, I really like this." And then there's things you see and you're like, "What the hell?" Like some of you might come to my video and watch something I'm doing and going, "What the hell? What are you doing, man?" Living life to the fullest. Just being spontaneous and just going with the flow. If you don't like it, there's the door. If you don't like my video, don't bother watching. Simple as that. If you have a problem with what I'm doing, don't watch. Go find something else to do. Be productive. Make your own channel. There you go. Make your own videos. Instead of knocking somebody else down, why don't you try to make some content? You know? Because you sit there and knock people down, but you don't even have content of your own. And now, so if you don't have content of your own, and let's say you're making fun of someone for what they're doing, how would you feel if you did something and they came and they started saying nasty things about your video? You wouldn't like it too much. You'd be like, man, I really worked hard on that. I want to make people smile, make people laugh, and you're just knocking me? And you're telling me I should pick up my dog's landmines? Would I do it anyway? Um, if you're not constantly watching my videos and seeing what's happening, obviously you know that I take the responsibility of my stuff, the things I do. So, that's all I'm saying. But I think that I'm done with this card because if when the markers are wet, when you're just finishing coloring, you end up getting ink all over your fingers, and then the picture smears. I know, why don't you just go out and buy a card? Well, guess what? When you don't have wheels and it's freezing cold and there's, you know, caution saying do not drive because the roads are going to be icy, it's wise to stay home. And why spend money on something when you can create it yourself? You could sit there and say, well, I don't have the money to do that. Well, guess what? You have a hand, right? It's called fingers. You have a pen. It's called a marker or pen. See, I got a pen or you got a marker. And if you don't have a marker, well, find another thing. Pick up a crayon, anything, pencil, Be creative, What I find is that a lot of times when you do something that you created yourself, that person that you're giving to will appreciate what you've done. And if they don't appreciate what you've done, then there's something wrong there. yeah. And if they don't like it, well, they don't like it, and it's not your fault. You did the best that you could, and you should be proud of what you did. So, always stay positive and always think on the brighter things. That's what I try to do. Heck, I mean, I'm sad because my dad is not here. I'm sad that I'm not able to do the things I normally would do. And, we sit there and laugh. Heck, Mom and I sat here tonight and we watched Home Alone. And then while I was watching Home Alone, I was also supporting Margie TV's LS. So I can do two at the same time. But that's it. That is the best that I can do. And so there's your Christmas tree with your red rug and your freezing rain. So, and now I just gotta let this dry. And tomorrow I will start working on some of the other name pictures. I mean, I already started Lency supporting Tweety My Loves, and we'll continue on that. Action Gal, I am going to make you a name picture. I don't know how I'm going to be able to get it to you because you're not on Facebook. If you're on Instagram, maybe, but the only thing I could probably do is make the picture, make a video, and say, "Here it is. Hope you like it." But see, if you were on those other things, I could take a picture and send the picture to you, and then you could take it to wherever you go, where you print out your pictures, and then you'll have it. I mean, okay, it won't be the original because you'll probably have it on some kind of paper or something, but at least you would have it. So now, as promised, I told Mom that I was going to clean up in here so it wasn't such a mess. But I am going to finish these. I'm going to finish those. That's why actually I drew everything out first and figured once everything was done, drawn out first, um, I could have, get one, that one's done. Flip it over. Then you go to the next one. That one's done. Flip it over. That one's, do this one. That's done. Flip it over. And then like this one, you go la 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 love lines, and then done. So, and then when you get more poster boards, you can start creating more. Which that's what I'm going to end up doing. Not necessarily for all of them, for other people. Well, that's it. I'm going to sleep. And so if you liked my rambling, blah, 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 blah. If you like my blah, 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 don't forget the thumbs up. Shout out to Margie TV. Shout out to Tweenie My Loves. Shout out to Risa Basardi. Hope you're feeling better. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. Shout out to Miss Heart, Gaspar Blueheart, and Andy Frazier Show. I should do a name picture with both your names. That would be cool. And Andy Frazier, you got to tell me what color you like. So maybe I'll make your name black. Well, no, sometimes if you're finishing, a lot of times, if this was a normal Christmas Eve, I would be wrapping Christmas presents and watching Christmas movies. Yeah. No, this stuff is actually really good. There's no sugar, um, but it also helps me fall asleep. It's got magnesium in it. Like I really need any more of that, right? All the pictures behind me, my nieces and my niece and my nephew, and Merry Christmas to them. So, and my great nephew. All right, well that's it, and I will show you once those name pictures are finished and they are colored in. And who knows what colors I'll make them. I sure hope I make somebody laugh. Lori's channel. Are you on Facebook Instant Messenger? I would love to make you a name poster. So, all right. And if you want to friend me on Facebook, it's the same name as here. Just so you know. Hey, take care. God bless. Merry Christmas. Stay awesome and